Hello there.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, guys.
Hello.
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 Oh, be sure to like, subscribe, and slap it.
Well, right on time for a
snowstorm.
ad
Creed.
running. Yeah, for some snow, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for a hangout. Great to see you guys. It's such a special.
So excited.
Thing. I know I am. I said I messaged Mikey. I said, listen, if anybody ever challenges our integrity, they can know of this moment of how excited we are because we Bonnie, I want to welcome you. Thank you so much for coming on. And I just got to tell you, when we ran across this the other day, we were just mind blown. And I love it. And I can't wait to talk to you about it. And again, thank you so much for coming on, Bonnie.
You're welcome.
Now, Bonnie is a. Would you like to tell everybody what your position is with the great city of Harbor Springs?
Sure. I am the executive director of the Harbor Springs Area Chamber of Commerce here in lovely Harbor Springs, Michigan.
Now, I know everybody's saying right now, I've heard that voice before, and you would be right. Because when we watched the video the other day of the lighting of the Christmas tree, that was you on the mic leading the crowd in renditions of some of our favorite holiday classics.
Well, I can't say I was leading because no one wants to hear this voice sing. But yes, we had a group of young carolers, and they're part of a local choral group that led the crowd. It was amazing.
It really is. And
no,
go
the
ahead, Creed.
amazing part is,
snow.
listen, they've got tree lighting everywhere, right? Lots of trees being lit. Yeah, you get a nice little group of people in there. You got your little hot cocoa and that, and of course, that's exactly what we would just had. We got onto the chamber Facebook, I think it was, and saw the live. And there was a couple of shots of basically, I mean, it looked like a Rolling Stones concert. The amount of people that were there, absolutely incredible. We were blown away by that. I'm like, I get it, I understand. I would be there too. I mean, we were joking. How many? Is it a fairly large area that you live in? Do people come from all over?
Yeah, what's the population? Was everybody there?
Well, in season or out of season, because when we are what we would call out of season, although we do have ski resorts here, our town grows exponentially in the summer with the summer vacationers. So the city of Harbor Springs is around 2,000 people. But we have a township and the county, Emmett County, and this event draws people from all over the area to come watch the tree lighting.
So not only is it just a fabulous thing to do, it also helps out, with the economy and things in the downtime that you're talking here. And this, I believe you told me this is Main Street, right?
This is Main Street. You are looking, so you're actually looking east, believe it or not. Main Street goes east, west, because the water is to the south.
It really
or,
is.
Excuse me, I apologize, to the north.
Oh, no.
It confuses me to no end. The water is to the north. We're on
looks
a bay.
like a slice of Americana right down there, something out of a Norman Rockwell type painting. Is that the real vibe that the city gives off? Because that's the one I'm getting.
It is. We're a whole lot more than a Norman Rockwell painting, but absolutely. It's a really wonderful community of super people and people passionate of the area, even those who just vacation here. They're very passionate about Harbor Springs.
I mean,
you see one
houses,
of our boardwalks right there.
Look at these houses. I mean, you got some beautiful homes in this area.
And quite a large church as well.
Yeah, this is a big church.
So yes, you are on the steeple cam of the Catholic Church here in town. They do the building up on your left is actually called a community center, and
Okay.
it's just a massive open area. They had chili and hot cocoa and
Mm.
cookies after
Well,
the tree lighting.
we would be having chili today if my wonderful wife didn't bring home turkey meat
Creed.
to put
She's
in
sabotaging your
our chili.
deliciousness.
That's just
Unbelievable.
blasphemy. So big question. Let's get to it. 106 years, right? Have we been celebrating 106 years with a tree in the middle of the road, or has this? We gotta get into it and know some
The history. So no, actually, the original tree was brought to downtown and put in a park by the name of Zorn Park in 1915 by a gentleman by the name of George Hartung. And he just thought it would be a great idea that the town should have a tree. And so that's what he did. The tree moved around to multiple locations, but moved to this resting place in 1921. So it's been there for a long time, right?
Right? What's wrong with this little park over here, though? I'm constantly saying, can't we just put the tree in this little park right down
That
here?
is Zorn. That's called Zorn Beach that you're looking at right there, and Zorn Park. But isn't it fun to have it on Main Street?
It really is.
Yes,
that's the eye catcher, but
it should be in every city. Yes,
right. So I told you this story yesterday, Mike, that the first time I came to this beautiful part of the world, I entered from that further end of town, and it was in the winter. And at night, all of the lights are lit along Main Street and the tree. And honestly, I fell in love with this town. It's the most amazing picture. It's obviously one of the most photographed areas of town, and it catches you, and you do feel like you're in a Norman Rockwell painting.
I mean, it really does stand, because we were like, well, obviously the street is going to be closed off here where this is. No, there's the tree, and then there's cars going all around it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I think that's one of my favorite things about it, because if you think this day and age, even to have something like this, you'd have barriers, you'd have signs, you'd have orange cones everywhere. Hell, here in the South, you'd probably have to have somebody out there directing traffic. I mean, Thanksgiving over at the Cracker Barrel, they had 5 people out directing traffic all day because people can't park themselves at the Cracker Barrel here in the South. That's one of the greatest things I love about this. Obviously, very unique having a tree in the middle of the road, but to kind of just leave it there. We were talking, when you look at it during the day without it being all illuminated and it's kind of dark and dreary, you come up on that thing and it's like, whoa, okay. Now at night, of course, you can see it very well, but
Yes.
I just love that there's no barricades around it.
I mean, there has to be like out of towners that come in that have no idea this tree's going to be here and be completely blown away that there's a tree in the middle of the street, and they have to like stop back and look. I mean, has there ever been anybody that come to everybody like, look, there's a giant tree in the street? I don't know if anybody knows. It's a tree.
Well, I'm pretty sure that they haven't said that. So a little bit of full disclosure. So as you come down Main Street, at that stop sign is State Street. Most people, we're very well known for something called the tunnel of trees in the fall. It's this beautiful foliage. And if people were headed to this car coming towards us, if they made a right and went up State Street, they would hit the tunnel of trees. So the majority of our traffic, once it gets to that intersection, goes a different direction. Continuing west is not where there's not as many businesses. There's not as much going on. So it is a little bit out of the way, a little bit.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's right here by this beautiful church that they have there. Something that we were right away. Let's just take care of this. Creed and I were trying to figure out, how is this tree standing? Everybody's like, is there a giant tree stand? My idea was they pulled the cover off a manhole, dropped the tree in it.
That's my favorite one. Before you say anything, because we have wonderful, wonderful viewers over on Discord, have shared this picture where you can see a spot in the road, Mikey. This is new to us. We haven't seen this yet.
I have not seen this.
You see the hole there.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Bonnie, go ahead.
Well, okay. So in the 90s, the city of Harbor Springs with our electric company decided that this would be the perfect place. So they actually built, and I researched this to make sure I had the information correct. Under the street is a 6-foot section of 20-inch pipe surrounded by 5 tons of cement. So it's under
So,
under the street.
so pretty much what Mikey
It's a
just
manhole
said.
cover on top.
That's what
And
you're doing. That's great.
Yes,
Oh my
and
God.
all of the electrical comes through underground and connects up through. And so that's why. So historically, for years, there were wires that attempted to hold the tree up, and it didn't work. The trees continue. We get gusts of well over 30 miles an hour on occasion, and so that just didn't work. So.
Wow. So has it ever fallen over that you know of? Or
Oh yes, prior to this, since they have done this, the tree stand, right? It's a tree stand.
Right.
Since they have done this tree stand, it has not fallen over. Yesterday, those lower branches were rocking; they were moving. We had big gusts.
Our first day, we saw some of the trees surrounding it moving pretty good. And we did see some movement for sure from that. We're just like, wow, okay.
Yep.
All right. So she did tell me yesterday that whoever gives the tree to the city gets to come out and flip the switch. Is that correct?
Wait,
Yes,
this
that
is a real tree?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
another
that's a
thing
real
that I
tree.
didn't know.
Oh, so
wow.
more history. It's donated by a local family or a local business that has property that has grown this big, large tree.
Yeah.
It was a local family this year, and they donated the tree. One of our local boat shops brings the tree down Main Street, which is just as exciting as the tree lighting, I have to say.
Oh,
yeah. Do people come out?
So sad. I missed that. Yeah, I'm
That
sad.
was Monday.
Come through and stuff that watch it be delivered.
It's really cool. It comes through on Monday on a flatbed truck, and everybody runs out of the businesses and everybody watches. We all put it on Facebook Live and the whole bit. And then they trim the tree there to make sure they have over 5 feet of the base of the tree goes underground.
Wow.
But anyway, so it was donated by a family, part of our tree lighting event after the carols, and we announced the winner of our traditional window decorating contest. We have the family come up and they flip the switch.
I told Creed what an honor it would be one day to be able to make it out there, to be there. Maybe as
you guys should come.
Was it the grand marshals they have and things like that when they flip the switch?
I mean, I would love to be there.
I'd wear a top hat and everything. That would be just.
I can't let you flip the switch. It's the honor of the family.
Oh,
but
don't worry.
You could come. You know,
Mikey's a smooth talker. He can move himself right into that family quicker. You have no idea, Bonnie. You have no idea who you're dealing with there.
That family would let me after 10 minutes of talking to them.
Oh my goodness!
Probably do it just to tell them to shut up. All right, I got it. We got to ask this question. One of the biggest things that we were talking about, as far as, because we were going through a lot of scenarios, because I'm basically a child, and think about if I was a teenager running through town, what I would be doing as far as getting as close as I can to it, whizzing by it, because I'm back then it was. Has anybody ever hit the tree or anything like that?
I know climbed the tree, gone up in the tree.
Little homework.
So I did do my homework. I did call our chief of police, who I saw at a meeting this morning. We are that town. And he does not know of anything like that. But a year ago, the week between Christmas and New Year's, maybe it was after New Year's, but we had a pipe bomb scare there.
Oh.
A year ago now, so it was a hoax. So let me tell everybody right now, it was a hoax, because in our world that terrifies us all tremendously.
Absolutely does.
But it originated out of somebody in the UK who was watching this exact cam, and they called our chief of police. And they started, and they were saying, well, and where the tree is and all of the information. They had all the information. And it was 4 hour.
Wow.
Yes, I watched it for a bit while I was in my office, thinking, "What in the world's going on?" But so we did have a bomb scare last year. Thank goodness it was somebody just being an idiot. But
He's like, this is Hans Gruber. I'm calling from the UK. I put a bomb in the tree. That's so stupid.
yes, but
Oh,
no
how
tree,
dumb.
no cars have hit it. No animals have climbed it. No children have been hurt or maimed or anything else. It's
That's
just
hard
really
to
wonderful,
believe.
great fun.
It's so hard to believe because people like the guy over in the UK, people can be jerks. And I'm just, I'm surprised a drunk driver or there was ice on the road and somebody slid into it or nothing. I mean, that's somebody needs to buy a lottery ticket. That's good luck.
Yeah. Well, and again, it is part of our main street that is slightly out of the way. If it were further down the street where you see the cars going, if you watch long enough, you'll notice you really don't see many cars coming from the west.
Certainly see a lot of them come and turn around there by where it says the road closed. And they turn around and go right
That's
back.
a big hot spot for turning around. Now, the businesses that are, I see there's a parking lot right in front of that. Is that parking lot for the church or is that an adjacent business over there?
Oh, look at that. They must be listening to us.
Yes, yes.
That was perfect timing. That is part of the church, but the church is very generous in that their parking lot is available for free parking on other days other than when they have services. So it's a great place for people to go and park and be able to go to the businesses.
Now, right across from that, there appeared to be an ice cream place. What other things are right there in front of the tree? I mean, because to me, that'd be the hot spot for selling your wares.
Yeah. So a sandwich and ice cream place is the Red Building. Just beyond the Red Building is a fabulous jewelry designer. She works with pearls and Elizabeth Blair Fine Pearls. Beautiful things. Beyond that is a clothing shop, men's and women's clothing shop. And then down at the corner is an eyeglass shop. So that's
I see the red sign with the eyeglasses on it now.
Right
now that
at the very end of the street. Yep.
Again, they're listening to us.
I know they could be for all we know.
That giant blue house that's right there on the corner.
Yeah, we were hoping that was an Airbnb.
Yeah, I was like, if that's an Airbnb, we could rent that and go and stay there.
The one on the park is rental. The 2-story.
Yeah.
Yeah. So before you're looking at the ice cream shop right now because you're on a close up, but if they pan back, thank you. They are listening. This is good. I swear I didn't even call them, even though I know them. But that building on the right is a duplex, downstairs and upstairs. Actually, that's where we rented for years before we bought and moved up here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And why does it, I'm wondering though, why is it panning over? I mean, is that this a little beach and park right there. Is there some significance with just the bay or are they just trying to get a shot of that?
It's just giving people an opportunity to see what's going on in Harbor Springs. We really do. As you see that far side, that's affectionately known as the Point.
Oh, look
many of those people, those are summer visitors. A lot of our community, but they come and they live here in the summer and they consider Harbor Springs to be home. And many of them want to know what's going on in the off season. That's right. They are watching.
They're always watching.
But it's a special part of Harbor Springs. That's one of the things I have learned so much about with being here is the passion for our community outside of just Harbor Springs. The tree lighting last year was virtual. We discouraged anyone from coming. We went Facebook Live and we had over 11,000 viewers.
Nice.
That's awesome.
That's great.
Random. It's because people care about what's going on in Harbor Springs. So I think that's part of this steeple cam is it's showing a piece of who we are.
And beautiful homes. I mean, the ones up there on that hill we were talking about. Wow, that's the catbird seat up there.
Gotta have some nice views
bay.
Up there.
They have amazing views. Yep, that's known as the Bluff.
The Bluff. Wow.
Blah, blah.
I mean, I feel like we should be filming movies here. This
right?
Yeah, they should.
Yeah. It seems like Stephen King is going to show up any minute and things are going to go
Stephen
awry.
King.
But this is definitely the place for it. I mean, this is beautiful, beautiful area.
But not
I
Stephen
love it.
King, because
Oh,
we know where those movies are going. Although
Yeah,
I
good
love
point.
it.
We can win in the end. Don't worry. That Christmas tree's going to come alive and save us all. Don't you worry.
There you go.
All right.
All
So,
right.
are there any more events tied to the tree? We were trying to find some that was like, we missed the lighting. Is there anything else like events around it?
Not tied to the tree. This coming weekend, we do have something that's called the Merchants Open House, which, due to a very high number of COVID cases here, some of our businesses will not be open, but traditionally, this Main Street and State Street are closed, and that will happen again. We have our sister city, Petoskey, which is across the bay from us, has a steel drum band. Their high school has a steel drum band.
There you go.
There you go. Now
Nice.
you got something.
Oh, I love
They
it.
will
I
be
love it.
here on Saturday night playing in the middle of Main Street. And so there will be things going on outside. Some of the shops will be open with sales and things. It's just a wonderful social gathering. And so that's this Saturday, the 4th.
I mean, it looks like a great place. What's that giant place right there on the water? Right there on the left?
That's called the Boathouse. That's a private marina and boathouse.
Oh.
It seems like I'm not trying to say anything, but it seems like a very affluent area. We were talking last night. I said some of these houses are massive. As it seems like a very affluent area.
What's very interesting about Harbor Springs, because this is the only picture that you're getting because you're on the water, right? And we all know what percent do you have to add if you're going to live on the water?
Exactly.
There is so much more to Harbor Springs than just this. Our local high school and community. Yes, these pictures show affluence, but Harbor Springs is a lot more than that and deeper than that.
I mean,
we have a very strong community. We have a very strong year-round community. That's not necessarily right on the waterfront.
I feel like this should be a Christmas destination. This should be like, next time Travel Channel does something.
We have two ski hills with ski resorts here. They, depending on where you grew up, it's not Colorado skiing, but it's great family skiing. Two very different types of ski resorts. And that was part of what drew me to Harbor Springs, is we came here in the winter before we ever came in the summer. So we are open and we love to have people come find us.
I pulled up I know nothing about the tunnel of trees, but the pictures I just pulled up on Google, pretty cool. I see what you're talking about there. Bonnie, I know we've taken a lot of your time. I want to give everybody a chance in the chat real quick. If you have any questions for Bonnie, anything about the tree, do it now. One thing I did want to mention, I would love if we did have, now there's 2 cameras, if I'm not mistaken, right?
There is another, yes.
There is. One of the 2, I just say it. I would love just even that shot right there, just a still shot.
Because
when
we found it,
get that for you guys.
When we found it, it was a still shot.
Mm-hmm.
Of the
now
tree.
I get it though. I understand the panning around and that is fun. But since you got 2 cameras, because the other one's panning too.
Well, they control those. They don't have to pan. They can be still. For example, last year when we did the virtual tree lighting, I worked with the church and asked them to please keep the camera on the tree so people could watch if they wanted to view in that way if they didn't have Facebook. And we have others in town. Our local, there's a movie theater on Main Street, believe it or not. Further down the street is an amazing movie theater that is a nonprofit and was built and supported by our community. We have 3 theaters. They have a cam. Our 2 ski resorts have cams, so they'll do the weather of what's going on the hill.
We have to do a little tour, a virtual tour. That I love.
There you go. You need to do your homework, gentlemen.
I know. Well, we didn't. We didn't because we've been so fascinated with this tree. We have seen this part of the town, anyways.
I like a good old movie theater. The radio station we all got together working in was in a very old movie theater that was set up as one of the first ones. It was a Iwo Jima theater. It was in a military town and been there forever. Very haunted. So we love a good historic story like that.
Yeah, because it kind of relates to our history as far as with the old radio show. But they were very lazy, Bonnie. They went through and they didn't even rip out chairs. They just put on a
false floor,
level, very loud, and
you kind of bounce your way through there. Left all the chairs and everything.
We didn't do that. They built it in a new location, and it is brand new, state of the art. It's amazing.
I hope they have Ghostbusters.
They work with the local school, and the kids go down. So you think about the movies that you watched at school, when you did a National Geographic, well, they can set it up with the theater and go watch at the theater and get popcorn, and it's really awesome. They're a big part of town.
Okay,
I'm in love.
Mayor Carroll here just brought up a great push. Can people donate ornaments for the tree, or is it just lights? And I instantly think, well, that would be kind of fun to go down there and put your own ornaments on it. Is that frowned upon? Or
it's not forbidden, but actually the local kids make ornaments that go on the tree. So there's lots of fun paper ornaments, and they're all hung, of course, really low, because they come and put them on. But I'm sure it's not forbidden for someone to put an ornament on the tree, but there are some really fun, cute kid ones there. Handmade.
When does the tree come down?
Oh, darn. Mid-January. I want to say the 15th, but I'm guessing that. But it is about mid-January, and it's a very
as my
sad
mom
day.
would say, you got to keep it up until old Christmas. I don't know exactly when old Christmas was, but my mom would always, it'd be January something before we take it down. Old Christmas. The biggest question I've got before we wrap this up, how do you water this tree?
It's not. Part of it because it's outside, it's in the elements. Think about when you put a tree in your home, it's heated, etc.
And it's not in the South, Mikey. I could see it here in the South.
It's in the elements, and it stays intact very well. Actually,
right before we went live, you guys got to see some snow flurries, but I swear it was a blizzard for about 5 minutes.
Beautiful. Gosh, I was so envious because we never get snow. I'm too close to the water here in North Carolina.
Both ski hills open on Friday, Saturday of this weekend.
And what are the names of those so we can write those down and go check out those camps?
Yeah, so Nub's Knob, N-U-B apostrophe S Knob, N-O-B. It's still private, family owned. It's just the most wonderful family place. And then the other one is called Boyne Highlands.
Ooh.
And they are more of a resort. Lots more. They're very different types of places, types of different ski hills. How many years have y'all? This is 106 years this year. I'm just reading.
That's remarkable. I mean, it really is, especially in this day and age when things fall off and out of favor, for the town to continue to come together and just have this passion for this. It puts you in the Christmas spirit right away.
It does. Truthfully, that Monday of the Thanksgiving week, when the tree goes down the street, is when all of a sudden it hits you that, we're getting ready for the holiday season and everyone's getting ready for Thanksgiving. And it's just a really special, it's super fun.
Oh, we'll be there for that.
Okay.
You just dump it in the lake, or
yes, Creed. They're going to
I don't know where the tree goes.
He's going to get up with his friend Lou, and they're going to drop it off in an apartment building dumpster. No, he's going to find
a little tall for that.
You got to find somewhere to put it.
There is an old story that there was a tree one year that they hadn't paid attention to the fact that 5 feet of it goes underground, and it was only about 30 feet high at that point, and they nicknamed it the Charlie Brown Christmas tree. So that's been the city's very aware of that now.
Oh, Bonnie, we've all learned a lot today. We had a lot of questions when we came upon this. What was that, Monday?
Yes,
I think we were just fascinated. We devoted the entire hangout. We probably made everybody mad because we're just in awe,
and we're going to check in with this tree every single day leading up to Christmas. And next year we're going to be, we've got to be either there or live streaming somewhere so we can watch this, because we love this town. We love this tree. And it really means a lot that you took time out of your busy day. I know you're a very important lady.
Oh,
I
not
know
so
you're very
much, but
important over
thank you.
there. And to take
This is
time
part
out.
of the job. This
to
is
t-
part of the job.
Well,
Yep.
you do a great job then. Tell
Thank you,
everyone there
gentlemen.
in town that we said hello,
That's
that we're
right.
going to be the best ambassadors for the city that we can be when we come
Bonnie,
and watch this tree.
remember, if you have any friends or family, or just tell the whole town, you can send out a memo. If they have a YouTube channel.
Yeah. Can you
You need
get
to join the
channel?
chamber. Hold on, gentlemen. We got to talk business.
We need to get
I can't
something
promote
going.
That's
non-chamber
right.
members.
That's right. That's
Come
how it
on.
works.
Nothing is free.
We'll have to send me that paperwork. You got my email
I
now.
will do that.
Send
I
us the
will do
paperwork.
that.
We want this whole city to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that we too may be able to afford to come there and visit and rent out that blue house and hang out and just Christmas in Harbor Springs. Thank you, Bonnie, so much for taking
Thanks,
time out of your busy
gentlemen.
day.
You know how to
And
find me.
hey, don't say that.
Oh,
He's
no.
gonna tell you.
Hold
Don't
on.
say that. I'll
Mike
be
will be
hitting you up
By
for
texting you
something.
now.
telephone. By telephone.
I'll hit you up for something. Don't you worry, Bonnie. Thank you
right.
so much.
Thank you.
Take care. Creed, what a magical, magical time to be alive. This is
I
definitely
agree.
an A+ when it comes to just things like this. I mean, it just puts you in the spirit of Christmas, and it means so much to this city. And to know how much it means to them, I mean, it just makes it even better. It really
That was
does.
fun. Mikey, I am going to. Do you want to do an abridged version today? So we have capital.
Just basically wrap it from right here. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Yes, that's
Yeah.
perfectly fine. This is a special
it is.
edition of the show. So
I agree. Harbor Springs is lucky to have Bonnie, and we are lucky to have her on. That's very cool. It's like I said, when we came across that Monday, I mean, that was
that was
cool
something
for her,
special
too.
for sure. Well, we appreciate everybody that was nice enough to jump on with us and talk about this. If you haven't already liked this video, please do so now. If you're new around here, make sure you subscribe. You might find something you love, or you just might find us and you like that too. We'll be back here at 4:05 for We Gotta Chase. Got some very interesting ones that we've never seen that we're gonna pop up and have a good time hanging out. And until next time, Creed, you got anything else to say?
No, that's it. See you at 4:05 for We Gotta Chase. Again, thank you so much to Bonnie. And man, that was fun. Just funny how that all comes around. And
Don't forget, I was right. Manhole.
You were
Dropped it
absolutely
in.
right. That's it.
This guy.
I'm still kind of surprised nobody hit the tree yet. I'll say
I am
that.
too, but that
Yeah.
just goes to speak for how great this place is.
That's
I mean, if it was
good
in
point.
my town,
No.
oh, buddy, it'd be ran
No.
over by some drunk Marine within a week.
It would have what do they call those Jersey barriers?
Yeah.
Oh,
You wouldn't be able to
boy.
get near the tree. It'd be terrible.
And yes, I gotta give you credit on that one. You got it right. I mean, you kind of make a joke, you just drop it into a manhole cover. Now it's a little bit more than that, but
it's a little more. But it's the same premise. Same premise.
Again,
I went on a technicality.
Thank you.
All right.
I forget who sent that over, but
yeah, that's remarkable. I'm glad they sent that.
Yeah, that
Look
is
at that.
fantastic.
It's beautiful.
Again, thank you to Bonnie, great representative of the city, and man, that was fun. We'll see everybody at 4:05. Thank you for joining us, everybody in the chat and all that. Like it on the way out. If you're in the future watching this, please leave a comment and a like and subscribe and all that. And we'll
all that good stuff. All right, guys. Until next time, please remember.
No fart noises today.
Oh.